in, and it's Mermay. Yay. Well, let's say mermaids all May, because I think someone like has nabbed the Mermay name, and it maybe it's like Inktober, where you're not allowed to use the term, so I'm not sure. So we'll just say mermaids in May. But for those of us who've been doing this for a very long time, we can just, I mean, I draw mermaids all the time. I've written books about them, and I just love mermaids. So the whole thing with creative prompts is they're just there to provide a little bit of inspiration and to help you keep up a daily drawing practice, which is very good for you. Make sure everyone can hear me. Say hello. Make sure the little voice is heard. Okay. Hey, Robin, Marcy, Babs, Debbie, Zandra, Diane, Dana, Miss Lulu, Marnie, Jenny. Oh, it's lovely to see you all. Okay, so, oh, mermaids in the eye. Ooh, okay. The prompts you can find on my blog, on my Facebook page, in our group. I've just sent out a newsletter, so you'll have it on your email as well. And if you want to get my newsletter, you can just go to janedavenport.com, and it's just at the bottom of the page, or a little pop-up will come up and prompt you. Yes, and if you're not receiving them, I think you're subscribed, then you might just need to check that it's not going to the junk mail, that sort of thing. Housekeeping. But they're here, so I've printed them out and I'll pop them up here. But I've got things on my table from where I was doing my photographs of new mermaid related, well, everything I do is mermaid related, but mermaid related art supplies for me. This is just case in point, case in point. Oh, I think I've popped that up a bit high from when I was doing my photos. We'll just see how that goes there. Oh, I've got my fishy shirt on. I got it because it does have a seahorse on it. And of course, when I saw it on the store, the pictures online, there were seahorses prominently, but my seahorse is, I think it's on the sleeve somewhere. Anyway, it's very nice. Look at that. Right, so what I've got to show you is a new glass dip pen. This is the baby Mermay. Look at her, how cute she is. Oh, just sitting there waiting for you to do some art with her. And she has got the dichrotic glass, which I know I mispronounce, and need to paint my nails, and rainbow. So she's sitting on a little rainbow just waiting for us to do some little arts with her. So that's the little mermaid. We've also got new pigment pebbles. So the pigment pebbles you can add, that's actually pigment there, the shimmering type of pigment. You can just drop that into your favourite ink and turn it into a shimmering ink. Start playing with the colours. You can, I put it on the lid of my watercolours, and just so I can mix in a little bit of gold shimmer or blue shimmer or whatever it is that I want to. See, I've got it, I just have a bit of water and I've stuck one of the little pigment pebbles on there. And you can also make your own watercolours with them. So just by adding a little bit of kind of binder. So we'll do that. Whether I do all of those today with you, I don't know, but it's very, very easy to do. I've got the kind of binder here. That's the gum Arabic medium, and the pigment pebble, and it comes with the little shells. So the first sets that came out had all flower themes. I'll just grab them. There was Glamaroon. So there's 5 colours in each one. There's Flower Bomb and Heavy Petal. So these all had flowers, leaves, butterflies, and these have our ocean themes. And just in case you're new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, you see, there's the little shells. So these are even environmentally, they're just a byproduct of nearby production. So it's making use of something. So that's nice. A very nice use, using them as a little watercolour tray. Very lovely. So I did a little photo shoot with these. So I just popped them back, ready to be made. So that's the Sea Spells set. And that has the colours Misty Shoal, Sea Witch, Unfathomable, Kelp Forest, and Sea Spells itself. Divine. So even the Kelp Forest, you might be like, oh, Jane, a forest green, that's very unlucky. Wait till you see it in action. It's gold. It's got a gold shimmer me timbers in it. Oh, that would have been a good prompt for Mermay. Okay, and the Ocean Potion is Divine, and the Ocean Potion has the colours, Ocean Potion of course, Blue Lagoon, Starshine, Gulp, and Sea of Love. So I'm just going to put them back in here as well. Sorry about Zorro banging on in the background. He's responding to Angus. Angus has hurt his back, that's why I was a little bit late. I was just helping look after him, get him sorted. And but he's okay. He's just gone for a little walk with Jess. And oh, it's so fun. How cool are these? Like, that is pigment. So you can just dissolve this, let it go, and use it, and not add anything to it, because it does have a little bit of magic to it that'll help it stick to the page. But if you add a little bit more gum arabic, it just means you can mix a bit more. So I'm just going to mix up my, not metaphors, but my mystical creatures by using a mermaid. So how are you going, everyone? I just want to, yeah, the turquoise is just next level. So this now gives us a full rainbow. Of course I could add more colours. Are you kidding me? But yeah, this is all of the colours so far, plus we're now adding these. I need a bigger tin, obviously. So that's a full set there. That's a full set there. So I'm just, sorry, I'm organising myself in the background here. And I need that one there. The other thing that is new, this is washi tape. Love the giant washi tapes. And this is created from past Mermay artwork. Oh, not all of them. I did credit those ones in France. Some of them I worked on more for books. I actually created that one there at Daniel Smith at a workshop that I did there. And just over time. But artwork that I've created, some of my mermaids, and just all in this gorgeous washi tape. So that's the Mermaid Montage. And I've actually put them together in a bundle. So I know a lot of you like to have everything, and your mermaid fanatics just the same as me. So you need all the mermaids. So there's a bundle there for you. And of course we've got gifts, a mermaid gift for you all through the month, well, as long as they last. Okay, I think that's all I needed to tell you about all of that business. But of course I'll be using those through the month. I'm intending to do live streams. We'll just see how things play out. And now we have to decide. Oh, you're so cute, baby Mermay. Little Mermay. Let's just pop her in there. So she does come with a little glass rest. Nothing special, just a little pillow for her. It's actually not a pillow for her, it's for the pen. I was going to leave the glass rest out completely because I want the wave from the Mermay pen. Not Mermay pen, the Mermaid Tail pen. And I just have to tell Angus to help me with Zorro. Oh, he's too far away. Ugh, he's talking. Sorry, if the dog is barking, I apologise. Hopefully it's just loud for me and not for you. So the little... Sorry, I'm all overexcited as usual. This is the little pamphlet that comes with each pigment pebble set. For those of you that are sharp of eye, you already saw a little preview of these new colours that have come out. So that's all of the colours that I've got planned for the moment. I just have to shut my door because Zorro's annoying me. Zozzy! Okay, yeah, so it's got a little bit of, this is really to keep things just nice and packaged nicely as they're travelling, but you can reuse that. We picked them all out, so each one actually does have different colours and it matches the set. There's also stickers in there, so it's another set of the stickers that's sealing the thing, but it's just so you've got the colours as well. You might want to use that on, say if you make a spray or if you make an ink, you might like to put that name on it, and of course the little shells. And there's little instructions there on how to make various things like the spray, watercolour, etc. So you've got all this. But can we just have a moment? Look at the gold foil. So I design all the packaging and everything. I just do everything. And I just had real fun creating all of these. Okay, sorry, soft tooting of horn there. Right, the next thing I need to decide on is what am I going to create my Mermay in? And I did a little video on Instagram as I went through my book collection to decide what it was that I think I might create in. But I can tell you right now, I'm sick of not using my own paper. I've just gone through that with my journal that I took to Japan. This is a washi paper. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't mind prepping it, putting my gessos on it and all of that, but it's just a lot more work, and the bleeding, I can't be doing that again. And my great big journal that I use for my life drawing, again, it's got all sorts of watercolour paper and stuff because it's huge sheets. And again, no ma'am, no ma'am, that's enough of that. We can't be, I need my own Jane Davenport paper that I know and love and trust. So that is definitely what we're using. So my choices then are, do I just use one of my journals? That could be fine. But I've got gorgeous books that I've collected up, and I'm thinking I might put my papers in one of these book covers. So I'll show you what it is that this is what I'm debating in my mind. My little cutie pixel pens. Right. So these are some of the choices that I've got. So I could just use one of my existing journals. I know it's got the fabulous paper in it. I've got it in the small size. I've also got it in my big size. But I use my, and I've taken them all away from here, so I don't have my ones here. I use my JDMM, Jane Davenport Mixed Media, big A4 watercolour journals to test art supplies in. And Mermay is a little bit different. Mermay is a little bit different. I want to create something, a special book. So that is ironed out. And this is one of the, I don't think we have this one with this print anymore, but I do have the plain, I still do have the plain covered ones so that you can create your own cover, the canvas cover, but the paper is just for mixed media. There's more expensive papers, there are more, maybe they're fancier or whatever, but for what for the type of art I'm doing, mixed media, these are the bomb.com. What have we got here? This is one of my Mermay journals from I don't know what year. And I thought we could have a little, so this is the type of book I could work in one of these journals, Frida Mermaid. Have Mercy. Oh, this ended up as a great big artwork I've got on my, like huge artwork on my wall. She is on a pencil tin, which I'm going to need to work out what tin I'm going to do for my bevel pigments. Oh, and Angus is here on comments at the moment, helping out. So if you need, he hasn't got his glasses on, so I can see him straining his eyeballs, and but he's there to help. I like to tease him because he thinks he doesn't need glasses, but I'm sorry, buddy, you do. But he's there, so if you've got, he'll be answering as me. But obviously, if I'm doing this, I can't be tapping questions. So she's in the Fishco Tech. That may have been from one of my stamps or stencils, I think. The Pearly Gates. Mermaid Head and Gear. Vitamin C. She could be the bottom of the sea. Ocean eyes. But working on this paper, I can do anything I want. And as with my other papers, look at me now. Mermaid Mayhem, c'est la vie. So the prompt for today is Ocean Potions. Oh, I love this. This is from my scale die cuts, and then I've used journal tattoos to put the little faces on, added a little bit of mermaid hair, don't tip the scales. Oh, love. Hook, line and sinker. I've used a stamp and a bit of die cutting. Have a married time. This is another one of my die cuts. I was going obviously through a bit of a die cut phase. Power pastels with watercolour. Okay, so I'm going to have to dig them out. Where did I put them? I know, I just moved them. There they are. I have to dig it all. I just reach my hand out. Oh, I wonder if one of these tins, would this be the one? Oh, good. I've got a spare one of these tins from where I've used up all of my aqua pastels. This could be the one. I could put another few in, and I could put a little brush in here and add some more. I can make a mixture. I could make my own colours as well. Okay, yes. Oh, so highly productive today. Oh my gosh. Okay. Being an idiot. Right. But this technique, love. That looks so cute. Okay. We've got, this is some of my washi tape. Fierce and vicious, tip number 1, can't disguise it, emphasise it. Oh, she is the bottom of the ocean. She won the competition for the bottom of the sea. Feeling inspired. This is from one of my stamps. I think one of the Davenport peeps in the group had this idea of turning, because it's a horse and girl. She turned into a seahorse, so I did too. This is You're My Cup of Sea. I think she looks like Rihanna. Oh. That I think is some collaging. This is the body of water. Painting with probably mermaid markers, I think, judging from the colours. And some of my stamps as little jellyfish eyelashes. A little splash of mermaids using washi tape. This is actually a mermaid washi tape. Don't think we have any of that left, but could be wrong. This is Pigments of Power. This looks like Star Power inks. Whoa! And then I've come over the top with pens. Oh my gosh. Love. This is one of my stencils. This is Marzipan Twists. Lay cakes. Love her. Star Power, not too sure. Oh, I've got a few extra pages. Right, well, that was one of my big Jane Davenport journals. This is a completely made journal with papers, really thick, heavy papers. Before I had my own thing, we've got a lot of collage in here. This is the Mermaid Circus. Gosh, this is a really old journal. I haven't had a look at it for a long time. I'm really enjoying it. Yes, this is an urchin wrangler, dangerous profession. Oh, cool, okay. I don't feel like working that type of journal, I must say. That's another one. What other? Oh, I've dug out a few different ones just to. This is from 10 years ago. Oh, I think that's a lesson I did for Life book. Oh, from 2012, even longer. And this has got fabric and scrapbook paper. Oh, I love that stencil of the ribs. I wonder where that is. Somewhere. So this looks like it's a journal I've used when teaching. Oh, we've got a bit of mermaid coral. Oh, we have mermaid right here. Bit of silhouette techniques happening, looks like. So I just pulled that out as a little bit of an inspo. And then this one is, oh, a journal from a workshop that I hosted in London and then in Paris. So would have been good if I put the year. There's the Queen drinking from her Sex Pistols mug. And the Sex Pistols on a mug is the funniest part of that, because they would not allow it, I'm sure. So this will be this is, I think, what I want to do. Old book cover, put my own paper in it. And then I can do whatever I like. So I'm feeling this, I like this size too. I was sort of feeling a bit like I wanted to have bigger, but I'm liking this size. Okay, so she's a bit taller than that one. I'm just looking at the books that I've pulled out to create in. It's a bit of an unusual size, this. So this particular journal is a combination of me teaching, of me sketching, and of me just drawing from imagination with bits and pieces. I've got a bit of a Alice floating down. I always get my students to write me some messages. So I've got different watercolour papers. This is before I had my own collection. So we have some mermaids happening. Gold paint, loving it. Bit of a Botticelli moment. Metro. I've been to Paris for so long. It takes 20 years to become an overnight success. As she strolls through New York or a big city. What a cute little card. Oh, this was sketching at a museum we went to. A bit of a map of Paris in the background and some vintage stamps that I've popped in there. Drawing at Monet's garden. I still remember all of that. I used to have a little flower that fell out. I didn't pick it. It fell out and floated in there. So my journals are just such a mishmash of everything. Here we have, oh, I think they're on the washi tape, on the new washi tape. She has eyes everywhere. She's looking. Now this is one of my, this is a really old journal. Wow. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, she was on the cover of magazine, I think. Yes. Oh, I love her. Waiting for a ship to come in. Bit of collaging. Bit of Jessica Rabbit as a mermaid. Oh, this was from an online workshop. So I don't think this journal was meant to be just mermaids, it's just what it ended up being. This is the grizzly who dreamed of infiltrating the salmon to learn their secrets, but he loved swimming so much in his dreams, he soon turned into a merbear, as you do. Oh, and then we have a catfish in a lake of milk. That'd be a happy cat. This, oh my gosh, then we're starting into some of my very first online workshop that I did. Oh, these are some of my first stencils. In her mind, she held a repository of unexpected moments of delight. Bit of crackle paste happening there. Oh, I love her. Oh, my inner world is fluid. I live in a reflective state. Be happy in the present. Okay. Oh, cute. Right, well, and I grabbed this because it's so cute. It's got nothing to do with mermaids, but this is a funny little record cover. Bread, love and cha-cha-cha. He just looks very creepy and dodgy. I'm sorry, my friend. He's probably not trying. Is he saying he likes the bread more than that lady? Maybe. But this is very nice. This is another option. I do have many journals, well, a few, that are all coloured, you know, that I've created backgrounds, obviously not with my paint, because mine doesn't do that. Ew. But I could use some of this. Ugh, gross. Mine doesn't do that. But what cute little backgrounds we've got happening, huh? So I could use something like that. And that's what this is. Backgrounds are already happening. And I could find a cover to put this in. Oh, flippin' love that. Gorge. And this is, I've got the background already happening. I think this is one great big sheet actually. Oops. I've done a Japanese fold. So I think this was a workshop I did at JDHQ before, you know, the pandemic. So we did the background and then we folded it up and created, of course we have a mermaid. These could all be mermaids. Just a journal from that with no stitching, just with the one piece of paper. Love that. I wonder if I should do, this is that same size as that Frenchy Poo one that I had. Anyway, I've got a few others, but I won't bore you with all the other journals. But I need to make a decision because I need to have my paper a certain size. Okay, so I'll show you the covers that I've pulled out that I was considering. This is a book called Fishes of the Great Barrier Reef. I've already started pulling it apart. I just took all the text pages out, but I've still got all of the, I could turn all of these into mermaids or use them as collage or something. I just don't like looking at shark's teeth at all. Oh, PJ Moore says she's thinking of using her vitamin C journal. That's a good idea. But I want to use up one of my covers. So anyway, that was one choice. Fishes of the Great Barrier Reef. And then I've also got Guide to Fishes. So I just got these at op shops, vintage stores. This is from the 60s. It's just another, this paper is no good to journal on. It's too shiny. You can use it, but it's very fine, very shiny. A lot of work would be involved in turning this into workable surfaces, but I can certainly use these for collage, cut out and use this. I could even colour copy it. With colour copying things and using them in your art, you do need to, if it's for your own personal use, it's not a problem. But then if you wanted to publish those things, just remember that anything you colour copy, photocopy, if you're using it for commercial purposes, would have a copyright issue attached to it because it's someone else's work. You can change it enough to make it your own, but just always be just something to be aware of. If you're not going to be using it commercially, as in making artwork, prints that you're selling from it, or using it, you know, to sell, then it's not even something you need to think of. But because I do have those, you know, I do have prints and I do washi tapes and other things, I do have to be aware of that. This is another, I think this is the one I'm leaning towards. It's a very old book, British Saltwater Fish. It just sounds very official. The etching on this is just so gorgeous. And I did start reading a little bit about the sea fish, author of sea. I don't think many people would have read this book. It's quite boring. The printing in it is next level. It's got a silver in it, which is like fascinating. It's gorgeous. But it's not a valuable book or anything, so and it is mine. I can do what I like. A lump sucker. Yuck. The name. My friend, we need to talk. You need to stand up for yourself, because this, unless you enjoy being told, a lump sucker, ew, it's a third of its size. Lump sucker. There's a lot of power in a name, and lump sucker, you look like a nice fish. Nicer than lump sucker. This is a John Dory. Look at the silver. Anyway, this is not helping me decide what to do. If I just decide on the size, I can move on with my life, okay? Right. Penny's here. How you going, Penny? Okay, right. Hey, Diane. Hey, Sarah. Oh, it's lovely to see you all. Okay. Love this size. Okay, so we're nearly there with this this cover. Just be a little bit shorter. I'm thinking this one. I'm thinking this is the go. And these two are almost the same size, so I don't have to alter this book. What I think I'll do is work on paper this size, and then I will bind it into whatever it is, because the next thing is I don't know quite which papers I'm going to use. So there are choices. So I'm just going to leave it open. 2 choices. I might even use these. Why not? Especially this one that's already spray painted and splattered and so forth. And if it is bigger than it doesn't matter. I'll just chop some off. So I'm thinking this. Oh, and I love this. If I've got a great big book like this, I can then put a few of my others that are floating around that are this sort of size, that are just floating around like that. Amalgamate them. and make a wonderful thing. Okay, so I'll keep those two. And the other choice, which I will use at some point, is this book called Water People. And it's such a cute concept. It's an older book, found it in America. It's dedicated to all the girls and boys who, though they live on firm dry land, would like to find out all they can about the water people, fish, whose lives are spent beneath the waves in a very wild, wet world. So it's all about fish and trying to make people relate fish to other things that we might be more familiar with, like cats and the catfish and the sea cow and cows. So relating them so that fish become more relatable, because this person who's written this book obviously loves fish and wants people to love the fish too. I'm not quite sure if they achieved their goals, because that is going to haunt me in my dreams. That is a sleep paralysis demon right there. And even knowing that that's what a sea rabbit's tongue looks like gives me unease. So don't really, well, I'm saying I'll take these pages out, set them aside, put my own thing in. It's a bit small, bit thin, but what a beautiful idea for mermaids. Water People Wednesday. I could have made all of these decisions on my own, in my own brain, but well, let's stick with each other for the journey, shall we? Right. So we're talking this size of paper, love it, but I'll just take her off for the time being. We're going to take a little snip off that. So just, if I'm going to use this, for instance, I'll just grab a pencil. And this can go to the height extremes. Was this one a little bit shorter? Yeah, I think we're going to go in with this one. I'm very excited about this whole project. So what I will do is trim off some of this. And I'm just having a quick little look to see which end gets trimmed, because I think I'll have this in here as well. Okay, so this sort of size, it's going to be a bit big. Let's get my paper out. I'm nearly there, The decisions have nearly all been made. Once the decision is made, we are rolling. We're on a roll. So we're talking about that wide. Oh no, I think we can go a little bit wider. Okay, I'm just going to trim that quickly, and then that, at least we've started. But that, oh, these will fit in just brilliantly as well. Oh, I'm very, very excited about things, you know. I get very excited. Right. Just excuse me for 1 second. I shall leave some pretty colours there for you. I've got a big guillotine, and my microphone doesn't stretch over to here, so I shall shout at you, but ask me a question, and I shall do my best to answer it. And if you don't have a paper guillotine yet, my goodness me, you need to. I couldn't live without my big paper guillotine, but you could just use scissors, I guess, is the other thing. Right, so I have my template, and the paper that I'm using, I didn't even tell you, is from the art paper packs. And I'll just show you. So this is the box. If you get the whole set, this is the box that they come in. And the art paper packs are my papers from my journal. So life's too short for crappy paper, so we only have amazing paper here. So this has got a little bit of texture on one side, smooth on the other. Wonderful watercolor paper. I do all my testing on this paper. This is the Back to the Fuchsia set, and you can use this beautiful cardboard as a cover as well if you wanted to, or reuse it. This is Glittering Prize. This actually has a glimmer infusion. I've already pulled some of this out so I can use it because this is perfect for Mermay. It might be hard for me to show you the glimmer, but there's glimmer all through it. Just makes it extra magic. But the paper itself is absolutely gorgeous to use as well. So I've got a few sheets of that out. I've got some smooth operator. If I wanted to do any stamping or full-on sketching, detail, this paper, because it is sleek, gorge, but it's matte, it's not shiny, and it just has enough weight that it is perfect for, that's her there. Isn't that funny? I need to use these two for something, they're cute. There she is. Hello love, how are you going? Okay, so I made her a little bit more orangish to match with this. So that's the smooth operator. And see, notice the mermaid scales. We're always thinking of mermaids here. This is black paper. I haven't put any aside for that, but I probably should. This is the aquaculture. So this is another watercolor paper. It's even heavier than the other one. And this would be great as a cover. But it's just gorgeous. Oh, leave that one out as well. And seeing as we were talking about this, best to grab some as well. So I've got a nice little selection. I'll cut them all down later, and then I've got them to use for the rest of Mermay. There's also the levitation and the window pane paper. I've already pulled some of those out to use in it. I just have them in a different folder. Okay, that's my little group there. So I've got some papers of fish that have fallen out. I've got all my various papers here. Oh, I've got a bit of pigment pebble that's come to play. We're making decisions now, people. We are on quite the roll. And what I could do is just trim this right now, or maybe I won't use that. I don't know. But I've got it there. It's just part of the team. Yep. And then I will put this in a, something just happened to that then, or was it like that before? British saltwater fish, well I'll fix it. This is not quite the right gold. I'll put it in one of my journal jackets. Okay. Well, this is what we're going to be using. That is what we're going to be using. So there we go. I'll put them aside, put them out of the way as well. Ocean potions. Well, I really have to use a little bit of the ocean potion here, I think. So the prompts that we're starting off with, we've got Ocean Potion, Blue Lagoon, Starshine, Gulp, and Sea of Love. These are all colours that are in this. They're actually gorgeous prompts as well. So what we might do, seeing as we're right here, I'll make one of these as we go, but I might just use them in a different, more instant way as well. And I'm going to utilise this. And the way I just stick these in is just with a bit of blue tack. You could stick a magnet on the back and use it like that, but blue tack works even better, even though this is pink tack. Are we going to get more Neptune boxes? I'm trying really hard to. I've got some clear ones because I needed some for myself. Yes, so I'm trying to get more of those. The Neptune box is this. I'll put some more on the website. Oh, I've already had those on. They might have sold out. But it's this little box, and it's just the perfect size for the Fantastic palettes, which are my these ones, and by complete happenstance, also the same size as my sets that I do with Crave Expressions. It's just, it opens like a little book. I love it so much. But, you know, I've got my welcome mats in it. Do you know what? Should I do, maybe I should make a set of those in these as well. I like them like this. I might do both. I'll just do it all. Why not? Why not? So, of course, you can put the, you can use a normal watercolour pan to do this. You don't have to be using shells, but why not make everything as magical as you can every day? Why not? So then we've got each of our colours. Oh gosh, they're so pretty. And the turquoise. Oh, I haven't got any turquoise. The turquoise is just unbelievable. I've been so excited about sharing that with you. So I'll make the turquoise the biggest one. And I'll give that a couple of pigment pebbles to fill that one. Oops, she's wiggling around a bit, pushing up a little fight. And I'll pop, we'll go down and we'll do rainbow, shall we? I'll pop that one in there, and then we'll have this purple. Oh no, I've got this beautiful, the gold in this. Oh, so gorgeous. But this is our purple palette. But we'll do our bright purple next. We'll give that a little bit of a nautilus, but I think she'll need another little pebule there. And then we've got this purple, and then we have the soft purple, pinky purple. How gorgeous. Probably need a little bit more, and that one might need a little bit more, and that one might. It's got two there, that's got that. Okay, all good. I can always add more later. I know, riveting watching me put pebbles back in, but I'm having a lot of fun. So that's our ocean potion. I'll just, should we grab our sea spells at the same time? Just leaving that as a little extra there. And we've got oh, so good. So which is going to be the queen in this one too? So we'll set this off to cook. Actually, I like to have the flare. Oh, that's a really good one. Of the shell all going the same way. I wonder if this pink blue tack will discolour my little shell. I don't think it matters because I'm going to have the colour in there, because I can see it through there. I just wonder. But they would have tested it, because otherwise it would discolour walls, and people would not be very happy if their blue tack was doing that. They'd be very unhappy about. Right, now we've got our sea spells, we have our greens, and this is another gorgeous turquoise. Let's use a starfish in there. This is more of a aqua. We'll give her a little starfish as well. We have to break the legs off in the starfish as we're making this sort of thing, but you'll see. But you probably already know. This, I know this looks very boring, this grey silver, but oh my gosh, it isn't. It's beautiful. Because a lot of shimmers, their magic is really unleashed when you use them over top of other things. That's the joy of these gorgeous creatures. This here is heaven. We've already got our little silver. We need our green, our minty green, and then our kelpie green. This is a good pebble for the shells, this big one here. It's not as fun as the others, to be honest, making those ones, but I'll save that to put in but these are just a little bit easier. They just settle into those nooks and crannies are just a little easier. And I can always add a bit more as we go, but I'll leave that out. So the next stage with this is I've got my kind of binder here. I have one in my little mermaid, my little butterfly. Where is she? Oh, I have a gum arabic somewhere here on my table in my butterfly. It just, why not make everything as magic as possible, right? But very boringly, I might have to use one of my little drippers. And we're just going to just make sure that's, I'm not sure that's clean. I've got this other one. All the others I've got off for cleaning. So then I'm just going to dribble a little bit of this kind of binder over the top, and this will start the process softening up those pigment pebbles and just settling them into more of a pan like this. And then this also turns them into a watercolour, because the shimmer and this pigment needs to be able to stick to the page somehow, and that's what this does. So it binds, one rule to bind them all. Not rule, ring. But it's a natural substance. It's the same type of gum arabic that you would, well, they use gum arabic in food. So it's an inert material. Actually, the growing of the plants helps with desertification. I need a bit more in that one. You can't really add too much gum arabic to something. It might make your thing, oh, this dripper is just horrifically awful. I need my good one back. But it looked like there might have been paint in it or something. So I'm just adding a little bit. Now it's doing bubbles. Like this actual, this is why I have all my own things, because that is bloody awful. Bloody awful. Okay. So I've just used up a few of the little pigment pebbles, and then I'll set that off, set that at the side so that that can just start melting. And the only other thing that will be handy, this is one of the very few things that's not mine. Can't really improve on a wooden skewer. Well, I could make it turquoise, I suppose. But, you know, that would be doing things just for the sake of them. Now, what's going to happen is this will soften, and I'll be able to stir it as it softens, and then help it settle into this shape. And I love that I've left that one so it does have the little butterfly still there. See how that's all nice and soft now? Well, it'll take a little while, but that's why you do it, and then just set it off to the side and let it sit there, and that's why that blue tack is so good, because it's an uneven surface under this little pan. If we were just using normal pans, you wouldn't need to put blue tack under it at all, but you'd have to stick a magnet or something. So, you know, why not make things a bit more fun? It's really not that much more effort. Now I'm going to flip this one over. And any excess gum arabic will just disappear off. You don't need to put honey or anything like that in this type of watercolour. They set quite hard, and if you put honey in and glycerin and other things, it's not necessary for this type of pigment. You can use it for others, but you don't need it for this. Unless you want to, and then you do what you want to. Look at these, all the little starfish is going to sleep in its little beddie. Good night, darling. Squish down, because we do want it to squish into our little pan here. And it's good to get a bit of the gum arabic on all of our things. And of course you could mix different pebbles and have a few other colours. Just going to take a little photo of this, because it looks very attractive, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Very attractive as we make another little new set. Oh, I'm sorry, but oh, work it. That's it, darling. Smile for the camera. Okay, let's just do a little video. It's the colours. It's just the colours. So we have got all of our golds, our pinks, our neutrals, and now we've got these cooking. That's the ocean part. Just doing a little video while we're here. A little bit of sea spells. Flashing gold. Working for the camera. Okay, sorry. Right, multitasking. Zozzy! Why is he standing outside my window doing that? Silly boy. Okay, I'm going to give that one another little... I need another pebble in there too, I think, because I'm going to need all the gorgeousness. I'm going to crack this one in half and pop that there. And these do actually come with one of those little silica pouches just to keep everything nice and dry. For long-term storage, you should keep that in there. I've taken it out because I'm pulling them in and out all the time to show you, so I just don't have them in there. But, yeah, you keep yours in there. Oh, yeah, she needs a clean. She needs a little face cleaned. I'll just use this horrible little crap one. It's just to get that melting, and then any excess gum arabic just, oh, that's the little sachet. Don't eat. Right. Don't do what my friend's husband did, making Turkish bread. He thought it was a sachet of flavour and he put it on the garlic bread at the end after having it in the oven, and didn't taste very good. Luckily, no one was harmed. Okay, this is why you should wear your glasses. Ocean potions. I'm just going to get out, seeing as we are on water, colour paper. Oh, goodness me, I need to get rid of that. That's in the way. I've got a little bit of a... too many things happening. Oh, and someone sent me this. I think it was Zandra. could make her into a little inky ocean potion, couldn't I? How cute is she? I think she's just a cute little bottle. I've got my Euphoria watercolours out here because I thought it might be nice just to do a little bit of watercolour and pop a little bit of this fellow in here as we're going. I've got my little water, but it's not clean, unfortunately. I might also get out these are my regular watercolours. May as well have these out as well. Just quickly check for questions. Hey Karen! Okay. Right. Just pop a little bit of, oh, this doesn't need water on it first. I'm just going bam, straight into absolutely tearlicious. Ocean potions. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll just see. Oh, actually, I do know. I just did a shape and it suggested something to me. So, might be a bit dark, but let's just see what happens. C-S-E-A. Might not be where we end up. We'll just I don't know yet. And then here I've got my regular watercolours. That's not the right colour. In fact, I might go do you know what? I talked about these earlier, so I'm just going to go in with these actually. Get them open. I'm going to sketch with this. Would this be the colour? I'm not sure. This is a genie in a bottle situation. And the reason I'm using this is these are waterproof, but I'll get a nice little shape, and then if I put watercolour over it, it won't blend, it'll resist. And I'm trying to draw some bottles here, some potions. Maybe this one. Let me just, I just have to grab something quickly. Where are all my stamps? Oh, no, Jane, just be brave. You can do this. Okay, so I use this as sort of like the cork. Okay, so this one's going to have a longer. Okay, we're going for more the Greek style where we don't, it's put in a holder. amphora type thing. But these are my ocean potions. And someone's popped a little mermaid in there. This is a good cork colour. And this, the Euphoria watercolour palette, has 66 colours in it, so you don't have to mix colours. So you don't have to know. It's really, really good if you're new to watercolour especially, because you don't have to know what it is. Mixing up your own colours, that can be your next journey. And if you already love watercolour, well, it's just a very, very fun thing. So I've got some little red strings on here with the label. So much to have a caution, do not eat. So I'll do one tag there and one tag here. I'll get a little bit of this colour. Put that in there. Might take up a bit more room. So the formulas in my watercolours are different, and different watercolours are different from each other. I might turn this one a bit more green. And this one can still be that nice cyan blue. I'm going to add a little bit of this to it. Oh, that was that little bit of waterproofing that I put there. Okay, so it's the highlight that's going to be over the top. Okay, I might sketch with pencil, or should I go in with pen? How brave am I feeling? I'm feeling brave. Okay, and I've got my little skinny dips here. Skinny dips in Dr. Ink pens, so I've got my little skin tones. Might go in with a light colour first. Oh, I love this so much. Now I do have a little bit of the waxy there. So these little mermaid faces. So rather than having like Siamese fish, I'm going to have little mermaids in these potion bottles. And just while I'm just letting my ideas sink into my brain a little bit. And I may as well, I'm going to flip this over, let it cook on the other side as well. And see, now I've got the flat side on the top and that more groove side, and it just slots right into that little shell perfectly. Oh, gee, Zozzy. I know, Poppy's looking at me like I can't shut him up. He's annoying me as well. I don't know what a 2 kilo creature thinks it's really protecting anyone from. So that was soft enough to break up, but it needs a little bit more juice, I think. So I've still got a bit in there. Yep. Sorry, but this is just very, very fun, and I love making watercolors and just any little extra personalization that I can give to paper, any art supply. It just brings me closer to the art supply. And because I've got a little bit of extra, I'm going to pop that right in my little painting there. Just don't want to waste a single bit. I'm going to have to put another little pebble in there, I think. Oh, look at that, it's going to fit in beautifully. And I really want to get a bit of that gum arabic into, you know, mix it, because it'll just help the watercolour in the long run. Rather than just put it on there and let it sort of sit there, that's not going to bind it to all of the bits, all the pigment. So I really do want to give it a little stir when it's soft enough, which this one is. And then if it's a bit uneven and lumpy, it's okay. It'll settle down all nice and level. But I've given that a little bit of a mix. And now we are one, we are friends forever. And I shall, rather than waste a single little thing, I shall get a little bit of that glimmer on here. Thank you. Am I procrastinating? A little bit. A little bit. Excuse me for a second. Sozzy! Excuse me. Sorrow! He's barking at the rain, if you don't mind. It's ridiculous. Okay. Oh yes, Missy Lulu, I can do it. That's exactly doing the Pandora's vases. How funny. I did an interview with the fabulous Frugal Crafter the other day. I think it might be on her podcast channel on YouTube, and we were laughing about just that extra pressure of, I love doing live streams because I don't have to edit anything, it's done. And but there is that little bit of extra pressure, you know, because I'm trying to do something good, but also realising that it's not always, things don't always go as planned, really, in fact, and sometimes I don't really have a plan, so, but I am getting watercolour pigment everywhere. So I'll just turn that into a little bit of a, rather than an obvious thing, just spread that watercolour there a little bit. Now I really want to get these little mermaids' faces. So are they happy to be in here, or are they sad? I don't think they're happy. And I've got Skinny Dip ink inside this Dr. Ink. This is one of the lighter colours. It's called Shortbread. So it's this really, really, really neutral beige. It's great for just starting off skin tone. I can make it lighter. I can make it into a darker face, lighter face, warmer, cooler. It's just good to start off with. So if this is her back and her bottom and her little legs, I might use a bit of the Deja Blue. That's her little legs here. And this is her little bottom scrunched up here on the glass. And this is her little tail. Oh, she's got a little tummy. Oh, she's a little fat one. Oh, cute little thing. But she's kind of squinched in. So maybe if she was squinched in, would her arms be around her knees? Maybe. So that means her back is going to be a little bit bent. But her face could still be here. Oh, this is why I love this colour, because it's so light. I can use it like I would a pencil, like a little pencil sketch. I'm just getting her little face, and then I can add paint and whatever else I want on here. But especially when you're really fleshing things out, just a nice little light colour, because I still have to work out how am I going to fit her hair in there and all sorts. This is another very, very light one, just getting that cheek in there. How cute do I make her face? Like, are we talking realistic little mermies here? What are we talking? But if this is, that's her like tummy button, that's her hips, her bum. This is going into her back. She's lifting up this shoulder. Okay, this is going to be her shoulder coming up in front of her face. Might get a bit of my purple here. And she might have hair coming over in front. So this is her, and then she's doing this. Sorry, I'm actually trying to pull the pose as I am talking to you. That's her little elbow, and she's sort of crunched up. Okay, and that's her little hand grabbing her little body there. That's her armpit. I think we have our proportions are going to be good. Because I'm dragging my pen in and out of water, it's going to go light and dark, but that's going to be fine. And that ear is not going to be visible, so I'm just going to give her a little bit of, keep that coming back. Keep this eye here. Okay, let's get a little bit of detail in that eye. Deja bleu. I've got my hand going in everything else. I might grab, the only trouble is I have to really make sure it's clean. Just got one of these, my Trust the Mess sheets. I'm going to pop that over the top of that because I've got, she's not quite dry. I'm dragging stuff around. But if I can land this little feeling that I've got here for this girl, this Mermay, I think we're off to a really good start for Mermay, and couldn't be happier. Might get a darker, let's go Sunblessed. So this pink that I used in here, I had a little bit of Shady Lady, but I think I've also got Violet Femme, which is the lighter one. I want to really make sure that face is tipping. There's going to be a lot of hair being tangled up in here. And if I've got lots of little sketchy lines, watercolour's not going to be the best thing to take over the top of it, because I'll still be able to see all these little gestural lines. I might need to come in with something when everything's dry, like layer cake that's got a bit of opacity, or even acrylic. We'll just see. We'll just see how we go. Oh, Sarah's saying, welcome Gypsy Soul. You will find that everything Jane does is fabulous. Well, I love your positivity. Let's just see, shall we? And if you want to join in with Mermay, the prompts are on my blog at janedavenport.com. They are on my Facebook page. I'm just going to tidy up a tiny tattly bit. They are, yeah, Facebook, on my the spaces where I do my social media and that sort of thing. And then you can post wherever you like, but if you join our Facebook group, you can post in there. But the only thing for posting artwork, now you do need, because it's a Jane Davenport mixed media, you do need to use at least one art supply in each post, is all we ask. I think I've mixed up my lids a little bit here. It's not the end of the world, that's for sure, but it does make things easier to find if I'm organised. But I've really mixed them all up. You are here. You are there. I don't know where your two are, and I don't know where your lid is. Somewhere. Here. There. There you go, love. Sorry. Okay, so this we were going to have as the little label. I'm using these light colours so that I can change my mind. And these are water, but we could do like a little species name. So is this person, like whoever's collected these ocean potions, are they, well, they're ocean potions, okay. So we might put the species of mermaid, and maybe what the potion is. We'll have to make up a name. For this potion. What would drinking a mermaid give you? Well, let's give, it could be for glorious hair, for silky smooth skin. Why would someone be creating a potion with a mermaid in it? Like, what qualities is she going to deliver? I don't know if I rate the pink Veloutac as being very sticky, to be honest. And I might need a new skewer. I'm just going to get this one. Oh, this one needs a bit more. Juice as well, but I'm just going to crack that, just push it in. Ooh, it's going to be gorgeous. This has a gorgeous gold that comes out. In these colours, and that one does this as well. This trick, that one does it too. It's got a blue metallic in it, but it's also got a gold, so that's amazing for mermaids and seascapes and that sort of thing. Okay. Oh, I wonder. Oh, maybe I should try and use my mermaid dip pen. I don't know if I want the little baby mermies seeing these mermies in this predicament, to be honest with you. I'm just documenting something that happened. I didn't put the mermaids in the bottles. This is a warning to mermaids. To, you know, be careful of who you trust, because you might get plopped into a bottle. I'm procrastinating by adding colour on there. You understand that. Oh, let's do gold hair for a start. Let's do this gold as well. Oh, that's too dark. Oh, seeing as I've got this sheet here. Okay, but we've got her shoulder there, and we've got this. I might just block this in as a colour. And when I was setting this palette back up again, I put the yellow here, but this is still a gold. This is a very yellowy gold too, but I mean, technically that's a yellow. So I've got my primary sort of bright colours here and all my golds here and my pinks here. But the beautiful thing is I have eyes and I can take from any palette. I don't have to have it in perfect Rambo artist order because I can see what it is that I'm doing, so it's okay. Sometimes I have to talk sense to myself. Okay, so she's pressing up there. I can add more detail here. I've got some, put a real gold, 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 yellow gold in this little bit of hair as well. Finer brush would be a good idea. A little bit of the gold into the cork, you know, just so we've got the colour vibing. Right. So I'm going to let her sit a little and then let's see what we get here. Okay, so what did I do? I started using this, didn't I? Yes. Okay. Did I use shortbread? Was this Rococo? Shortbread, okay. We can do this. So this one, I'll make her crunched in, but maybe I could get a different pose. If her arms are behind her back, would that be a bit grim, wouldn't it? Maybe her hair, could she be upside down? Oh no, that would be awful. But she's got a little Bumbleina there, so we'll start with that, and I will go with purple first. No, I'll go with Deja Blue. Let's be brave. Okay. So she's more crumpled that way. Maybe this one's going to have her back arched more, and that's a little Bumbleina there. And if I add a bit of water in there, I'm going to grab a little bit more, bit of my, I'll just soften that line a bit, it'll dissolve it a little. Because this is a water soluble, just before it dries. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough room. Okay, she's got a powerful tail. In fact, I think I might go in with this darker. Might even go in with a bit of a purple. Get some of this shape happening this way. This is her little thigh, even though she doesn't have a thigh, she's a mermaid. Knee-ish. No, she doesn't have knees, she's a mermaid. But so the legend of sirens, mermaids, might have its start. They were popularised in far more modern ages as women of the sea, you know, and singing and the sailors and all that business. But they had their origins, they were flighted creatures. So there's an ancient Greek myth or story that has Persephone was stolen by Hades, who was one of the major king gods, and the lord of the underworld. She was very gorgeous, and he nabbed her while she was out picking flowers, and no one knew where she'd gone. She just disappeared from the face of the earth because she was underground. And Demeter, her mother, was absolutely forlorn because she couldn't find her daughter, and she sent her nymphets, other goddesses, but you know, not major Olympian goddesses. She sent her friends, her nymphets, her goddess, her little muses, whatever, off to try and find her, and they called her and called her and called her, and they couldn't find her. They fell exhausted on the rocky shores of a little island. and they, because she gave them wings to do that, and then they just stayed there. And then over time, they would call to sailors, and whoever heard them would go to their doom. Odysseus put wax in his ears so that he could sail past them, and all that sort of thing. Greek myths, right? And then over time, rather than them being winged creatures, the sirens, they became, because they were of that ocean, they weren't really described in that story in full. So eventually they became seen as creatures with tails and merwomen, and that's sort of how this sort of mythology of them started. It changes over time, because who's ever seen one? So very few people. So you can make up what you like, really, and it's open to interpretation. They're not really good or evil like fairies, I think. They're just themselves. They are what they are. Now, this is still a bit wet, so it's a bit silly to do what I'm about to do. Stop me, please. Stop me. Unfortunately, you're not here in the room with me, and there's nothing you can do about it. Where's the rest of my layer cakes? Oh, there they are. So this has a bit of opacity. This is layer cake. It's a water media, exclusive to my website. And I'm just going to pop a bit of this on this hand, this arm, just to help me work everything out. I'm even going to pop a little bit of this on the face. I'll still be able to see those little details, but I'm just covering up some of that other business. And then that can be drying while I'm working on other things. Would that be, or should I be back a bit more? Okay, so then we've got this little one here. Oh, she's got a little bit of a, what do you call it, paunch? A little bit of a tummy. Let's get that little back as well. A little juicy one, and even a little Bumbleina's looking little juicy. No wonder they wanted her in this potion. Need to let things dry, but this will bleed out a little bit in the wet into the ink, so I'm happy with that. This is Madame Lash, just so you know what I'm using, in the new Skinny Dip. Deja Blue. Oh, no, sorry. Deja Blue, sorry. Madame Lash is the dark black. Okay. So maybe, could she be trying to pop the cork out? Are they alive? Ew. Are they alive? Maybe they can still escape. Maybe that'll be the next picture. The escape of the little mermaids. Oh, dear me. Oh, I'm loving this part so far. Oh, and I'm getting rigor mortis because I don't want to ruin things. Okay. I'm also not sure, how am I going to fit this in? Let me get a lighter pen. Let me work this out with ink. Let's go, shortbread worked very well. Okay, should we have a little, we could have this one. I think her arms might be going up and she's fighting against the machine. Okay, so that's her little bubalinas. Throat notch, neck, shoulders, okay. Oh, thanks, Gus. This is my ocean potions.
Oh, wow. People in now?
Zozzy's being very noisy. You could take him away upstairs with you if you wanted.
Okay.
Are you going back upstairs?
Yep. Oh, does he?
I'll bring this one in front and this little one behind so they're connected. I don't think I like that where she is. I think she needs to be tipped back a bit more. Yeah. Maybe this will be a story I can continue in the next one. I think she might be lamenting a little bit and pressing a little face up against the glass. Oh, the poor thing. Oh. And because she's got a really lovely little generous booty and tummy, I think she needs to have little generous bosoms as well. So we'll do that. Oh, Missy Lulu says there's a magical bottle they can breathe. Yes, the cork. Maybe they can. And I think they can escape tomorrow. How about that? I think that might be. We might have them launching an escape. They might not be able to escape. See, oh! There's a story happening here. There's the sea witch. These are the prompts. Okay, so we've got ocean potions. Maybe they were caught in the Blue Lagoon. We'll have to work that out. Maybe that's the name of one of the next potions. I'm not sure. Starshine could be another ingredient. Gulp, yep, that's what's happening to them. Sea of Love is probably where they... we'll see that. That'd be a nice name for an ocean potion. If you... a potion and you were desperate for love and someone was selling you a Sea of Love potion. It's a good name for a potion. Misty Shoals. It sounds like the name of an actual mermaid. That might be Misty Shoals right there. Unfathomable Depths. I think that's the person's soul who's put these mermaids in bottles. She sells sea spells. The Sea Witch. My gosh, I think we've got could be a little story happening. It doesn't have to be consequential. Consensual. This is not consensual. No, the what's the word? Consequence. No. Oh my gosh. What's the word when one thing comes after the other? Please help me. Right. Okay, so she's going to be throwing a little head back. She's got her boobalinas there. I might give them a little bit of... she's a little Serena Gorda. That little... she's got her little boobalinas happening. Oh, I've got my life drawing tomorrow. I have to be quite organised because I want to go, but I also want to do Mermay, so I have to just... I might go try and be early tomorrow, which is what I tried to do today, but... Who have I got dancing around? Is that Poppy? Where are you, Pops? Did you want to come up? Oh, Poppy, come on. Are you coming up, my love? Okay, I think we'll tip this head back, this neck back. And this arm, we're having armpit here. So this, the breast goes into armpit, back of the neck. And this arm's going to be, I think we might have a bit of foreshortening here, a bit of arm there. I'm not sure, but this neck is definitely going back. She's feeling very not happy, Jan, about this predicament. To keep the magic fresh, the mermaids have to be kept fresh, you see. Let's get a little bit of, I'm going to get this blue in here. Oh, I might use my brush to just... This blue tack is absolute crap. Was it off-brand blue tack that I bought? Ugh. I'm going to have to do my own blue tack now. No, this is total crap. These are all solid. I'll just have to go back to normal blue tack. I thought it'd be cute to have pink blue tack, but no, it's not cute. So if I know in myself that I'm getting distracted by stupid stuff like that, I am procrastinating. So I'm just aware of it, that's all. I'm not even judging myself for it. It's just, it's happening because I really love elements of this. I don't want to mess it up. Now, I'm used to having to put little clothings on my mermaids, and because because I'm doing this on YouTube and stuff, and they have rules about nudity and things, left to my own devices, I just would have the boobs out, the breasticles, but mine have to have little tops on, so but you go mad with you do what you need to. Lucky. When you're posting things though, you have to be a little bit careful. And it's not just the platform, like sometimes, you know, people in Australia, we just had this case of this little pair of dogs and a family helped a magpie that had fallen from its nest, I think was the origin story. Anyway, it was totally free. It's not kept there, but it visits and just loves it's bonded with the dogs, and the people were just posting on media. Magpies are very, very common. They're super smart, the Australian magpie. We used to have one that used to go walking with us, come in the house. We just called her Maggie. And just some of them are just smart, friendly little animals and birds. And anyway, someone reported the family and their magpie, pet magpie, friend, and the magpie got taken away and put in captivity, if you don't mind. And luckily, the premier of that state just got contacted by so many people. It just was ridiculous, but just someone trying to be a turd, rain on someone else's life. So anyway, why am I thinking of that? It's because well, yes, sometimes, you know, someone else might get a bit excited if you post something with a boob in it or something. I'm just saying to be careful. That's the reason why you don't see me, although I have shown you my life drawing, obviously, and it's got boobages here and there. I'm going to pop this big one in here because I need lots of this colour. So I'm going to squish that there. Sorry, I'm just, as I go along, I'm just, you know, making sure that I've got enough of all of my new colours. I've got my silvers, my gunmetals. Use this crappy dropper thing, pop that on, lovely. Pop a bit more of that on. As we go. So I'm going to get this happening. I am procrastinating. I can feel it in myself. This is what happens if you like something in your artwork too early. But just do what I'm doing and just be aware of it, and don't get angry at yourself or anything or judge yourself. It is what it is. And isn't it great if you like something that you're doing? But just be aware that you are being distracted. Just do it with something beneficial, like making some watercolours. Oh, look at this. Can you see the gold and the purple in this mauve? These colours, I mean, all of them are gorgeous, but these, So this background is not going to be nice, just white. I think I'm going to have to level it up a little bit, and I think it needs to be a darker colour. But maybe this, was playing with this mauvey purple in the background. Just to give it some dimension so these really pop out. Oh, do I keep procrastinating? I'm thinking about backgrounds because I'm procrastinating. Look, just bloody hell, Jane. Just do it, love. Come on. Get up. Get up, Trinity. So this is the middle of her neck here. This needs to come this way a bit. Okay, we'll just do Venus de Milo at the moment. She's got no arms. This will be her arm. Maybe it's trapped down behind her body. Okay, we'll just do that for now. Okay, that's her boob, that's her shoulder. Okay, now her head's just not going to fit in here. So she can't tip her head back. She's going to have to tip her head this way. And we're getting up into the cork. 90% of being an artist is problem solving. Problems we've created for ourselves. Okay. I have to put things on there because otherwise I don't know what way the heads go. Like, I can't. That puts it's like putting a nose on a face. I know where the centre of that part of the body is. How silly we can't draw a part of the anatomy. It's ridiculous. Anyway, it is what it is. Okay, I've got to keep the face a bit small, but I'm going to tilt this one back this way as well. Okay, her face is facing us. Tipping this way, just getting some little things in. We're in the cork, but we'll sort that out. I'll work that out. I've got hair, I've got face, nose, mouth. Maybe we're tipping back a little bit more than I thought. Okay, we've got ears, mouth, nose. Okay, that's not going to work. That's not the centre of her. Wait a minute. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Of course I can. What am I talking about? That shoulder can be back there. That shoulder will be there. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm at life drawing tomorrow. I can make the model. I can ask the model to pose. I'll just take a giant bottle with me and stick her in it. That wouldn't be weird at all. Pixel pens. I just need a little bit of darker colours. I need super fine. Light brown. Her neck might be a bit powerful. Maybe this is too angled. Maybe her face should be a bit more facing towards us. And her eyes will be looking here. I've got that, the crayon underneath to contend with. Okay, and all her hair is going to be we really need to get these mermaids out of this situation. It's just not fair what they're doing to these innocent creatures. Can they both have gold hair? I might change her hair to bronzy hair. Oh, Emma's got a Maggie Paul wine. Yes. I haven't got a swatch of the pigment pebbles in front of me. I've got it in a different spot, but we'll make a swatch in a second. I need to completely redo the swatch card because we've got all of the colours together in their new formation. So I need to, we'll do that. We'll definitely do that. Oh, her hair's quite curly. I'm going to add a few more little textures into it. I might even add a bit of highlight into her skin, and I might do the same with this colour here on here. Are we dry enough yet? No, not shortbread. I want rococo. I want my dark one. Okay. Tan Fastic. Here we go. Here's rococo. I'm going to tilt this. Unfortunately, I've done their faces quite similarly. Can I change hers around? Does it really matter if they're doing the same face pose? I don't know if it really matters, but I know what I am going to grab out though. And if there are things to change, paint pens are going to be the way to go. Just give her her little arch and give her this little bit of definition here. Just so we can see that little bit of body oddy. Just going to add my new turquoise, a bit of my new blue. Come over here too, and because I've got that white, that clear crayon, it's going to keep some of those little highlights on her little booty, which will just make it look even more lush and plumptious. But I've got that base of the matte, just normal watercolour, and then I can add a bit of these in too. I haven't used my paint pen at full opacity yet. I'll get to that. And just used in its soft form here first. Well, even that's a bit much. Might go in here again though. This is just to tidy up my ideas. Add a few little highlights here and there. They'll sink in. Just going to add a little highlight at the bottom of that breast to make it come out of the page. And I'll add a little bit on here on her thigh to bring that out, and a little bit here on her tummy, and coming up here under her, over her ribs, and under this boob as well, breast, just to help things have a little bit of definition. I could go in with metallic blues too rather than just this highlight, but I know that this will sink in to the watercolour, especially because it's not completely dry yet. So everything will be fine. Just add a little bit of la-di-da with this technical term, la-di-da. And this is the top of her shoulder, so I'm going to add a little bit of highlight there. Her butt is squeezed up onto the back of that. There, so I'm just going to add a little highlight there and a little highlight on her tail here without outlining it, just to say we've got a crunched mermaid here. She's doing her best to, oh, well, that's not going to fit back in there. Where's the lid for that one there? Yes, she needs a little bit of help. Just adding some little details here and there. And with the little sketchy lines, my hope is that it, I'm keeping it sketchy, I'm keeping it loose, so I'm saying to myself and to anyone looking at this, this isn't, you know, like a photographic drawing, like, this is it's art, right? So just calm down. Things aren't going to be perfect. And this is how I talk to my brain, by letting it know that things are just, they are what they are. Now, because she's generous, her little face, I could give her a little bit more chin and so forth. She'd probably prefer it if I didn't highlight double chins, but you know, it is what it is. Now she might have a little crown on or something like that. Now what I will do, what I did here as well, I will just add in this, just a mid flesh tone. I might add in a little bit of this as well. I've got to start getting rid of that red. Oh, mind you, that might be going over. I'm going to get rid of that red. I'm going to move it. I'll attach it to that cork. I might even lift the cork bottle somehow up there later. Just let this give myself a bit of room here, and I come in with a little second layer here. There's something really wrong there, but we'll resolve that as we go. Now I have her turning more towards the front, and this girl will be turning. Oh yes, let's give her a little sad eyebrows. She's not really happy about this, and she's going to be looking back at the mermaid princess, queen. I think this is the mermaid queen here. Whoever did these ocean potions made a big mistake, because they caught a miniature mermaid queen, a little baby mermaid queen, and she's the mermaid community is just not going to put up with that. So not that they really were putting up with the rest of these captures, but yeah, it just leveled up. Yeah, you really overstepped. You really put yourself in it now. Whoever did this, wasn't me. So when we're doing little drawings, the less detail we can get away with, the better, because it'll end up looking better. So, or clearer about what's happening. And the Pixel pens have sold out. They sold out very quickly. But I have more on the way. They're just so good. Like, because they're robust enough to put over everything, but they're still so fine. It's the same type of nib as material that's on the Dr. Inks. It's just... quite robust. I've got our little Mermay here. She's lifting up her little shoulder. Oh, right. Your back would be like that. Your shoulder would be up like that. Got it. I think I know what's looking a bit odd. Okay. Because she's lifting her shoulder up because she's scared. But that means it goes like, oh, I have to have a look on a person tomorrow. And she can have a little bit of boobalinas there. But she's very scrunched in. Her bottom's very... But do you notice she's left a little bit of space for her hair? Ah, mermaids, they are a little bit vain. Even when they're in a bit of trouble. Well, mind you, she's got a lot of hair though, so maybe it is just taking the room it takes. Okay, so she's not happy. She's in there, corked. There better be a bit of water in there too, so I'll have to work that all out. And do we get a little bit of hair, a little bit of face happening? I think she's going to have her crown on for a start. Okay, so that's going to be in there. And then this is going to be... See how Dr. Ink, she just plunders on through the, even the wet, you know, all this pebble pigment business. I'm just going to give my eyes a tiny little break for 1 second and just mush mash this. Oh, yum, look how squishy that's gone. Delicious. Delicious. I probably need to make a bit more of that purple. Okay, I'm just going to go full ocean potion. Oh, yum! Oh, this one here. Delicious. I really, oops, want to mix it in. Oops. Gosh, stop rushing. Enjoy the process, Joan. Enjoy it. Take your time with it. Love it. So I'll swatch these out when they're all done. This one needs a little bit more of the gum arabic. See how it's sort of dryish? It just means it just need a little bit more gum arabic just to make everything get all nice and melty and watercolory. Now, could we just have these as a watercolour? Yes, we could. But why not have them like this in the pebble pigment form? So they're completely gorgeous. And then you can also add it to your watercolours and make sprays out of it and other things. If it was just as a watercolour pan, then that's just the only way you can use it. But there's just so many other ways you can have fun with this. So, of course, that's what I'm going to do. And I think I've just put a little bit too much of the gum arabic on that one I'm mixing at the moment. But like I said, whatever's the excess will just evaporate off. And when I say too much, I mean a drop, nothing major. And it's not all flowing out, so actually I think it's the exact right amount. In fact, I'm going to put a ploplet more on it and just give it a little bit more of a swizzle. Oh yes, let's get it under there, because that didn't look like it was going to level out. We want it to level out, not because it works any better, it'll work exactly the same, but it just I just know then that the gum arabic's touched most of the pigment. So we've got a bit of mixing of everything except this one here. Oh, it's gone all soft and squishy. Oh, it's gorgeous. So these little pigment pebbles are now watercolour. Bam! Making ocean potions as we go. I love that for us. And I'm just going to make use of that under here. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get on the Queen of Mermaid's bad side, to be honest. This is going to be it's going to blow up. It's going to be pretty bad for whoever did this. To the Princess of Wales, this is not going to be good for them. Okay, I'm going to have a quick look at questions in case you've got anything there for me. Oh, they're trapped for now, Crystal, but we're going to let them out. They're magic. Yeah, I think maybe they had there was some sort of sleeping potion put on them to get them in there. And yeah, they're waking up and they're just working out what they're going to do. But mermaids have teeth, don't forget. So they could probably chew their way through this stupid glass. You know, we don't need to panic. It'll be okay. We'll get them out. They've been in worse situations. We'll get them out. It'll be fine. Okay, now let's just get this little face on. I'm going to cook that for 1 second and look at questions. I think there must be water in the bottle. But I'm not going to add colour in there because I think I might add colour around it, and then they'll be, well, we can just add a little bit of a light colour at the top here. Yes, just to say there is liquid. Add a bit of water to that. Oh, I've got to go, guys. So that was our first Mermay. That was a lot of fun, and thank you. And I think tomorrow morning it will be, now because this is just fun for me, right? So this is why I don't have a time and I'm not very professional and so forth, because it's just a fun thing, okay? That's what I tell myself. So, but tomorrow morning, all things going well, I will be doing another Mermay, and we'll try it. Well, let's see if we can work towards getting these mermaids released. And I think she needs a face, though. I don't think I can leave her without even having a face yet. And I think this one's going to be angry because this is not on cis. She's still very beautiful though. Obviously, it's oh, was I about to put a pink on her face that wasn't glimmery? Are you kidding me? Ugh, rude. Sorry. Yeah, not having it at all. She's busting out of this predicament in just a few seconds. Just give her a minute to assess the situation, and she will have this well and truly sorted. Yeah, she's a self-saving princess. She doesn't need... she's going to sort this right out. She's looking up at whoever is doing this to her. I'm glad she didn't look at me. So I'll just let that all dry off. Just give a bit of light to that top breast there. Ooh, that was very fun. Thank you for joining me. I'm super happy with my first Mermay. Goodness knows where that came from. I don't know. This arm looks very strange. We'll sort it out. I have to think about that. This is fine, but I need to have a look. That goes right into that muscle. Okay, so the top of your boob goes right around to that muscle. Okay. I'll have to play around with that because otherwise that'll annoy me. But fresh eyes. So I will say thank you for joining me and the little mermaids. Don't forget you can join in. I hope that you do. You can create some ocean potions. Today you can, of course, follow along with what I'm doing, or you can create whatever you like. Please post it in the Jane Davenport Mixed Media Group on Facebook if you're using any. It can just be one of my art supplies. It can just be the paper, so that we can see what it is that you're doing, and that's the intention of that group, of course. Yes, and just join in. And if you're not going to join in or with your art, or if you're shy and you don't want to share things, that's okay too, but it's going to be fun anyway. And even if you don't like mermaids, you can work those prompts, those inspirations in however you like. Doesn't really matter. Just you do you. That's the important thing. And if you want to check out the new gorgeous creations, the new Sea Spells Pigment Pebbles, the Ocean Potions, or any of the others. The new washi tape. We didn't even use our cute little baby Mermay pen, but maybe next time. They are all on the website too. You can find them in the news section, or there is a section called Mermaids where all of my art supplies that, not all of them because I haven't got like the, I don't think the fantastic palettes are in there, but there's the mermaid markers, these new mermaids, the more mermaid specific things are all featured there. I've got a little mermaid section because, well, mermaids are just fabulous because they defy gravity. They don't have to follow social convention. They're free women just doing whatever it is they want to do in the ocean and defying gravity and just being gorgeous. Am I cleaning up? Am I making watercolours while I'm talking to you? Yes, I am. Did I nearly throw a skewer of watercolour on my fish shirt? Yes, I did, but I averted it at the last second because mermaid reflexes. Have a wonderful day. Do some art, and I'll see you when I see you. And I really hope you enjoyed that because I sure did. I had a great time. Bye. Have a fantastic day. I'll make a splash.